You are no Tuatha. It's been so long since I've faced one not consumed with madness. Gadflow keeps us here to do his bidding. Otherwise we certainly would not oblige these gruesome wishes of his. Gadflow? Ha! He was the court jester, you know, before he was king. No, I am not. Not in the heart of my essence. And this they knew. I could not disguise my nature. So I was made to work as you see me here. Oh, what I would not give to be free of this place. When Gadflow began his war, he sent his minions forth to find the finest master makers among the Winterlands. When they crushed the House of Ashmore, I was dragged here and made to craft swords, greaves, and shields of Prismere. If that is what mortals call my making, then yes, I am. I would give of my work if you brought the component needed to create something new. The Witch Knight Anira still keeps this place, but perhaps we could create our own way to take care of that. Kill the two Tuatha overlords that stand guard upstairs. Once they are dead, bring me one of their shattered weapons from their body. You bring that to me, and I'll see what I can make you. The price is free if you promise to use the weapon I forged to bring down Witch Knight Anira. She does Gadflow's bidding as well. He sent her here to enforce our imprisonment. If only we could free ourselves. But as long as she is here, so are we. There are two Tuatha overlords just above us upstairs. Their shift starts about this time. If you're a stealthy one, you may be able to easily sneak up on them and take them out. Another child of dust. No, the same returned, I see. For this special task, I can forge one of 3 types of weapon. I will let you choose which one suits you best, mortal. So then, which will it be? An excellent choice, child of dust. Speak with me when you're ready to have these special daggers forged. You have returned with a shattered weapon. Now, wait right here while I just... Yes. And then this goes here. And finally... Ah! Here it is. Do not forget your promise, mortal. Use it well. Now you have a weapon forged with all the anger and hatred we hold for Anira. Use it to crush her. Save us from this miserable existence.
You! You are not the Witch Knight Anira! Not even Tuatha Deon! Get back, child of dust! Why are you down here? You are no friend to the Tuatha. What business do you have here? Speak, now! Ha! The deluded fool. He thinks he can deny who he is. But Belny will always be Tuatha. Anira keeps us master makers here as her workers, ready to do Gadflow's bidding in a blink. We'll just have to wait and see how long that lasts. Her heart is frozen, like the ice of 1,000 winters melded together. I certainly do not appreciate her using that as an advantage over me. The god under the mountain has made us his favored children, and decreed that children of dust are enemies. Yes, yes, murder and bloodshed, defilement and glory. Who will win, who shall suffer defeat? Seems like quite the predicament. I'm fine to just follow the saga. I am far from my home and the distance enfeebles me, like the aging of mortals. I despise it as much as I despise them. But it's my sacrifice to the god under the mountain. That insect ordered those like Anira to do his bidding. He lacks the dignity to take care of his own treacherous deeds. Tiernock, our herald triumphant, our morning sun, our destiny. That is the mortal word for it, yes. We are able to assist with gems on your arms and armor, if we are so inclined. I see Belny has managed to craft you a great weapon. I may be able to craft something helpful as well, mortal, but only to be rid of Anira. And Kiftel, well, the Prismere seems to be taking her. Not sure if there's anything to be done about that. Imprisoned? Oh, you make me laugh, mortal. And that surely doesn't happen often here. I see you've been talking to that lackey Belny. Rest assured, mortal, the only reason I've yet to kill you is because I've grown tired of orders. There is a rare gemstone I could craft, which, when socketed to the appropriate weapon, would be incredibly harmful to Anira. You, mortal, need only to bring me the ingredients. It is a small enough task. And I can see that Belny has already forged you a suitable weapon to which we can socket the gem. She gives me orders here. A powerful witch knight one would not want to cross. I do not wish to live in her shadow any longer. How can she keep us here? You get to keep that head of yours, assuming it's of any importance. And I can offer you my services in addition to helping you obtain and socket the rare gem. This is a unique gem that only one so talented as myself has the proper training to craft for you. Therefore, it will require raw Prismere shards, 3 to be exact. Bring the raw Prismere shards to me and I can create the gem.
You are the child of dust I heard many things about. Please, will you not end my suffering? Only through my death will so many others be saved. You mean the making of potions? My kind's work is different than yours, but its nature is the same. This place was here long before even the House of Vengeance. We left it be until Godflow needed space to build and plan in secret. He put us master makers here, under the Witch Knight Anira's supervision. The people who chose to defy him were given potions of disease and sickness, wrought by my own hands. All because Godflow wanted them to fade slowly and painfully out of this world. I am so full of shame for what I have done. I will forever be making amends. So, Belny was able to craft you a powerful weapon. It is beautiful. All his work is. Faraglan may have something he can add to it. You should speak to him. He loathes being here, and would help if it meant he could be freed of Anira's grip. She can cross the magic barrier that she sleeps behind, but we cannot ever move past it to reach her. Thus, we have been unable to sway things in our favor. The god under the mountain. Instead of worship, the Tuatha should fear Tiernock. I think about it every day, and hope only for the best outcome. There is so much hatred and hurt. Nothing good can come of that.
It listens well. Here, take this. You'll want to speak with Kiftel over there. I cannot take her ramblings much longer. If you tell her you came to help, that should shut her up. If it's not the lowly mortal still running, there is much more to be done if we are to eradicate her completely. Belny and I have helped you. Now you must reason with Kiftel to gain her trust. Once all three of us have given you what you need in exchange for your fetching abilities, we can take back our lives. She just goes on and on and on. Always the same thing, wishing to die, whining about her tasks, guilt about harming innocents, and more. If you could get her to make you a useful potion, you know, give her something to do a while, at least the rest of us could get some peace and quiet for once.
Either it is finished at long last, and all is lost, or you are an assassin of remarkable skill. No matter how I have prayed for this moment, I beg you, cut me down, quiet me, send me to Ashara. The desecrations I have wrought haunt me. They addle my reveries and tear at my soul. As long as Witch Knight Anira holds her grip on Canrain, we will be forced to do the Tuatha's bidding, and that means bringing harm to others in their name. And this I cannot do any longer. Belny and Farglen both helped you, child? Perhaps with my help you could vanquish Anira. No longer would the three of us be forced to craft for Gadflow's army. There is another, but I would ask it of no one. A fungus named Sorogweth grows not far from here. With it I could create a potion that would let one pass through the magical barrier Anira hides behind. If someone were to rid us of her... I see your heart is set. Bring me the Sorogweth. It will be growing in a damp environment nearby. There are spells upon me that prevent it. I tried once before, but the Witch Knight caught me. I have begged Farglen for his help many times, but he just laughs and spits at my feet. The Sorogweth fungus is a special type of mushroom that grows only in dark, damp spaces. It has rare and magical properties that make it useful for concocting powerful elixirs.
They left you helpless and without hope, among the barren plains or searching for food on mountain slope, and finding only gallows rope. And then you thanked them for your pains. Tiernock. Your life is mine!
Sorogweth? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, now that which is evil can be done away with. Now to the mortar and pestle with the Saragweth. A dash of powder here, a drop of potion there. Here is the potion. Drink this, and you will be able to shut down Anira's magical barrier. Destroy her, mortal. End this. I feel safer already in this place, knowing there is someone who can do what must be done. As hard and cruel as the spear she wields, all here fear her foul moods. Yes, you may use this workbench to craft some of your own if you wish. You have earned the trust of all three of us. Please, use this, and the things we have rewarded you with, to destroy the Witch Knight. Not far from here. Large and obtrusive, it will be blocking your path. Can't miss it. Be safe, and cut her down swiftly. So long. It is done then? I free? I can hardly comprehend this. It has been so long, so much time, wanting to die. Free as we are, all our resources are down here in these ruins. I think perhaps we will stay a while and see who it is we can really be. You must take this as a token of our gratitude. It is from all of us, we three. You have made this place more of a home than the prison it once felt like. We will stay here in this, our new home, and do what it is we do best. Please, come see us down here when you have need of our services. How the darkness has been lifted from my mind with the defeat of Anira. I can see more clearly than ever. I will be able to use my skills to heal now. Farewell.
Always open for business when the road is your marketplace. If you need another trade.
One must stop!
It is good to see another in this place. I could not bear to see all the pain being caused, when I am the one who wishes to remove pain. I tried to help above when I was attacked by Tuatha. I found shelter here, and now I'm afraid there is still madness above. It may seem unsettling that I would take solace in a place like this, but I have time to hone my talents. Time away from the madness above. The Tuatha tried to punish me for being a healer, but I was fortunate to escape to this place. I do not know what will become of me, only that I wish to stay away from any Tuatha that may be nearby. I have seen them, the things they can do. It was why I chose to help. And then, the things they did to me just because I was helping. I thought perhaps I would stay away, down here, but every place I find seems touched by Prismir, so I stopped searching. Farewell.
So these two sides are yours to choose, and the evils they put out. One to kill you without a ruse. One you're merely tools for their use. Either way, a foolhardy seat. As the sun is to the forest, Tiernock is to the Fae of winter. Some embraced this new god, this break from the great cycle. Others hid in the darkest of places. Gadflow spoke of Tiernock, and the Prismere emanated its power. It is a source of magic and hatred. It no longer slumbers beneath Amethen. The unbroken horizon of the winter is now the fiery haze of destruction.
Good to see you here. Ready? I am. But there hasn't been any sign of Aelin Shear or Ventrinio. Damn it all, I knew we couldn't trust her. You're right. At least now I don't need to worry about when she's going to betray us. Just how she already has. Right now, we just need to get through the House of Vengeance and kill the Cur. He's the closest thing Vengeance has to a leader anymore. A face so consumed with hatred that he's little more than a beast. If you're going to get into Bale, the Cur has to die. We'll go as far as we can. Whatever is happening in Bale needs to be stopped as quickly as possible. Listen, you're more powerful than I ever was. If anyone can stop this, it's you. When you kill the Cur, you go into Bale and stop Gadflow. If we get separated, I'll keep fighting to keep an escape route open for you. Now go! Stay on guard.
There's much I need to do now that Arjene's come to our... Always looking to make a bit of coin.
Onwards! We're nearly there. Another victory! More Tiernock. That was amazing. You're twice the hero I ever was, or could have been. Our forces can't keep going from here. We're stretched too thin, and we've lost too much. Sidon and I will hold the gate for you as long as we can. But Bale is nearly deserted. Head in, face Gadflow, end this. Not at all. You just get moving and put an end to Gadflow while you can. Do that, and I predict our future involves sharing drinks and war stories around a cozy fire. Trust me, I'm a Fate Weaver.
My deepest apologies for not being able to join the battle. Ventrinia was something of a hassle. Waiting for you, of course, and cleaning up. Ventrinio attacked me. If it's any comfort, he didn't suffer. The closer we got to Bale, the more obsessed he became with Tiernock, and with harnessing Tiernock's power, just like Gadflow did. That's why he had to be stopped, and why we need to talk about our mission. Betrayed you? Never! You forgot the mission when you died. We're running out of time. I'll explain as we go. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
The winter court was still as fallen snow as the jester danced and capered. Juggling knives and torches, he sang to his lords and ladies.
Fighting at your side,
none
just
smiled.
like the old days.
Not an
before
eyebrow
he died.
raised as the snivelling jester imitated the king. Not even when he took the crown from his head. Because this was the day that Gadflow murdered the winter court. This was the day the Tuatha were born, and our people became a sacrifice for Tiernock.
That has been fulfilled for centuries. We keep the world from being consumed by greed, by war, and by Tiernock. The ancient beast must stay sealed away at any cost. The world must never realize the terrible power Tiernock offers.
Since the alabaster wall was young, the beautiful bone-white forest was a place of peace and meditation. No piercing birdsong nor heated word could find its way between the branches. Quiet thought prevailed until Gadflow shattered our land. The Tuatha's crimson axes chopped the forest for arrow shafts, and Tiernock's Prismere spires rose up to consume what remained. Now our forest is shattered, and screams of warfare fill its boughs.
When Gadflow's army arose, we recognized Tiernock's tainted influence. Only a force like her could warp eternal creatures like a fae. Soon came to infiltrate Alabaster. If you couldn't stop Tiernock, she would use her pawns to fully escape her prison, and the world would be her new plaything. You had to try, even though the Fate Weavers said you were doomed. As always, the Fate Weavers were right.
The greatest heroes of winter have always fallen from the Bale's pale boughs, from Pietra the Keen to Hulgan the Hungry. When the Tuatha claimed dominance over us, heroes arose to defend winter. Gadflow laughed at their challenge and called up Tiernock's wrath. In a second, our most loyal heroes were impaled by Prismere spires. Our heroes were gone, never to be reborn, and our people succumbed to
When I
Gadflow's
found
madness.
you in Dalentarth, when I saw you had come back to life, I wasn't sure how much you remembered. I couldn't be certain you would keep our secrets. I considered killing you then and there. Nothing personal. You would have done the same to me. But then I saw what you had become. I saw the new powers you wielded, and I saw how useful you could be.
And so,
When I
instead
saw
of an
you could change
arcane
fate,
age, Gadflow would have an
you
endless
are our
winter.
only
Not the
choice.
winter of the Fae,
So I
but of
hope to
Tiernock's
continue my
making.
mission to stop Tiernock.
Gadflow has
Even
seen
if
the
you have
visions
forgotten
of
it.
annihilation,
But over time,
of a blissful
I
void
realized
across
you're not
the
the same
world.
woman you were when you died.
It is not the
No
will of
more.
Own, but
You were
against
better than the
nature.
heartless commander I had
The
known.
ageless decay of our people has become a weapon against yours. You, the Deathbringer and Siegebreaker, the usurper of fate and twice born, must become the Godslayer.
In happier times, the Winter Court would come here to bathe in the colors of the midnight gardens. Night violets and pale moonflowers blossomed on a field of bluest grass studded with frost. When stars aligned, the Aurora Borealis danced for the Queen herself. But now the Tuatha have crushed the gardens and planted only corpses. The fruit of their tortured garden is only blood red. At long last, Gadflow has crushed the Winter Fae, and his Tuatha rules us utterly. No longer are we reborn into this world, unless his god Tiernock wills it so. This monster has crushed us, and our kind
Last
shall
time you
pass
came
from
here,
this world.
you were destined to die. This time,
But our
your
memories
destiny
might
is
yet
up to
last.
you.
When Gadflow is gone, and his god is left for another people to ravage, I may be freed from my tomb, and then I may share what dreams we made. It is the only immortality any of us may hope for now.
Now we have a chance to finally complete our mission. Let's put an end to Gadflow before his bargain frees Tiernock on the world. This must have been a lot for you to take in at once, but I need you to be clear on who you are and what you need to do. A lot has changed since you were here last. It isn't going to be as easy this time. And last time it killed you. Oh, she's a creature with incredible power. A dragon. But she is no simple lizard in some child's tale. She has a power rivaled only by the gods. Thousands of years ago, the ancient Alpha sealed her in the Amethyst between this world and the world of magic. And there she went mad. As her prison weakened over time, she was able to tempt Gadflow into helping her gain enough power to break free. And if she escapes fully, it will mean the end of all mortal life. Tiernock's revenge for tens of thousands of years of imprisonment. That's why people like you and I have dedicated our lives to keeping Tiernock's secret from the world. We were supposed to keep Tiernock hidden from the world. Anyone who learned too much had to die. But when Gadflow found her, you were the one who volunteered to kill him and seal Tiernock away once more, even though you were fated to fail. It took every trick we had to get you here the first time, and you still died. I don't know if you plan to be resurrected, but knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised. Everyone who knows the truth of Tiernock will be dead, and Tiernock will be sealed away once again. We can return to our duty of keeping the knowledge secret, assuming that's the life you want to return to. But if you refuse, then I'd have to make sure you never tell the truth about Tiernock. Of course, I'd rather it didn't come to that. but you would have done the same. Huh. I have more important things to do than love. And so do you. But I do trust you with the fate of my world. It may not set your heart aflutter to hear it, but it'll have to do. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
There's much I need to do now that Arjene's come to our camp. What do you need? If you need... There's much I need to do now that Arjene's come to our camp. If you need...
In need of healing, then? On with you. Get.
You don't understand, do you? Yes! Return to crumble, child of dust!
Where's Gadflow hidden himself? If Gadflow isn't here, then he must be hiding further underground, someplace closer to the source of the Prismere. Definitely, the war's not over yet. Whatever bargain Gadflow made with Tiernock, it's about to pay off. When that happens, the world will not be spared her wrath. In the heart of Alabastra is the former unseelie city of Baal. Beneath the Winter King's court, there is the cave of Amethin. It's a place of tremendous power. It is where Tiernock is imprisoned, and where you died. Somehow Gadflow found a way to reach out to Tiernock. Or perhaps she was able to seek out his twisted mind. She offered him power, and with it, he began the Tuatha. No wonder Gadflow thinks she's a god. We were two of the people who were supposed to keep Tiernock hidden from the world. Anyone who learned too much had to die. But when Gadflow found her, you were the one who volunteered to kill him and seal Tiernock away once more. even though you were fated to fail. It took every trick we had to get you here the first time, and you still died. I don't know if you plan to be resurrected, but knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised. Then Trineo was right. Tiernock is no god, but she has almost as much power, and is every bit as dangerous to the world as any dock god. Her powers raised Gadflow from a jester to a warlord, and in return, his army would usher in a chance for her to enter this world and consume it. She's imprisoned deep in the Amathon, but Gadflow's war has weakened her bonds. There's no time to spare. If she gets free, our world is lost. This way. Tiernock is held captive deep in the Amathon, but her prison is weakening by the moment.
I feel you here again, full of life, full of fate. What have you brought for me?
And feel Tiernock's eyes upon us.
You've used your power well. So much potential. Let's have a taste, shall we?
She just tore out a part of the fates you've stolen and turned it against you. Perhaps it is not inaccurate to think of her as a god.
I have been imprisoned here since before your kind emerged from the dark. Now, my freedom draws near.
We cannot let it get... We're close. This way. Tiernock awakens. We need to move. Tiernock's power is immense. She just tore off a splinter of what you could have been and turned it against you. When she killed you, that much power must have torn you free of the entire tapestry of fate. This way.
Gadflow's prayers weaken this prison, but he is not the one who will set you free.
Don't listen. You're the only one who has the power to stop her.
When you first came to me, death was your only fate, but I... And you were so eager to play your role.
You chose this? What does she mean by that?
I gave you freedom, and now you have returned to grant me mine.
Only you have the power to reseal Tiernock inside the Amethyst. I must keep the secret of her existence from the world. Once Tiernock is pushed back into her prison, these caverns must be sealed. But that leaves one question. Can I trust you to keep Tiernock secret? There are things in this world that must remain hidden. If the power of the dragons were widely known, well, you've seen what has happened here. Gadflo tapped a fraction of her power. He upset the great cycle of the Fae and waged a genocidal war on the young races. Just coming in contact with her power managed to free you from fate's bonds. And if you can turn that freedom against her, she will have no power over Amalur. Nothing like you has ever existed before. As always, there's no way of knowing your future. If you're victorious, it may be the last time you change the fate of the world. Even if you fall back into fate's weave once her influence is gone from this world, it'll be a far better fate than what Tiernock's emergence would bring. That is excellent. After all that you've done, it would have been a shame for you to die a second time. If you do escape, I will be watching you. And know this, anyone who learns the truth of what happens here, I will silence myself. Go. Stop Tiernock from fully entering this world. But remember, my blades will always be at your back. Nothing in the world is fated to stop Tiernock. That's why you're the only one who has a chance. I'm just here to make sure you take it. This way. Turning back now.
Come, Fate Weaver. Bring me your power. Sacrifice yourself and seal the fate of your world.
It's time to choose your fate. Amethyst lies beyond. This is where the dragon will breach the veil.
Come forward, mortals. Behold the birth of Tiernock. Attend your final hour.
My fate does not lie beyond those doors. You alone may change what is to come. Go!
Ah, yes. Welcome back, mortal. How does it feel, I wonder, to return to this place? Does the pain of your death still linger? Can you feel it echo through the air? And now, in this place, you shall witness the birth of Tiernock, the destruction of the Alpha, and the dawn of the endless winter. Yes, he comes.
Tiernock the powerful. Tiernock the merciful. Qualla fella Tiernock. Qualla sera Tiernock. Tiernock? Have I done well, lady? Are you pleased? Is it... did I...
You have served your purpose.
But I...
And now, faithless one, you shall serve yours. Come close. Give yourself to me. Your freedom from fate is nothing to me. Nothing but dust. Why won't you die? Impossible!
How could we have known that this would be a new beginning? I wonder now if we should have foreseen this outcome, But who knew then what fate would bring? I would have liked to have delivered this message in person, to see you one final time. That, however, would have been complicated. The order to which I belong had other plans. Were you ever to leave the crystalline fortress? When it comes to you, though, it seems no fate is written in stone. It was only through my assurances that your silence could be counted upon that either one of us still draws breath. I trust you will not make of me a liar. Were stories of what we have seen to begin to surface in the inns and taverns of Amalur, I would be asked to seek you out. And as we both know, the next time you die, there will be no return. But let us not speak of this. Your life is your own. Go now, and see what fate may bring you, or what fate you may bring. Perhaps one day in happier times, you and I will meet again. Until that day, I remain. Yours, Aelin Sher.
Well, well, awake at last. You gave us quite a scare. But you're here and the war's all but over. So who are we to complain? I was hoping you could tell us. Sidon and I were fighting a few remaining stragglers when all of a sudden they started this unholy wailing. I guess you must have killed Gadflow, because the Tuatha started screaming and ran away. There are still a few diehards, but they don't have the fire in them, you know? Wasn't much longer before Aelin showed up carrying you over her shoulder. Told me to watch over you, make sure you were okay. She left some kind of note for you, but I know better than to read a private message from the likes of her. There are still Tuatha who refuse to surrender, but yes, the war is ended. You should have seen the parade in Rathir. As for what's next, well, that's a tough question. See, a lot of the soldiers asked me for readings after the fighting ended, and try as I might, I can't see a fate for any of us. Tiernock, you don't expect me to think that Gadflow's god was real, do you? No. No, impossible. Whatever happened down there, though, it changed everything. At least for now. Ah, the war. You'd hardly realize the Tuatha are the... I've been a lot of things in my life. A hero and a heartbreaker. A fate weaver and a failure. All at the cruel hands of fate. Until you came along, I never had a choice in what I was. Thank you for that. First she works with us, then she betrays us, then she saves your life. I admit I don't know what to make of that woman, but I feel like we owe her. Not that I'd know how to find her, or pay her back for that matter. I've heard legends about it, but supposedly it's a deep cave beneath Bale, either for the Winter King's meditation, or where they emerge after they die. Last I saw him, Sidon was mourning at the House of Sorrows. I can't imagine what his people are going through. If you see him, give him my regards. The Winter Fae were a decent people. They didn't deserve what Gadflow did to them. Well, ever since you came back from Alabastra, I cannot read a place in the Weave for anyone. Whatever you did, it didn't just win the war. It's given us all a chance to make our own destinies. Whatever you did to him, Gadflow is truly dead and gone. Sidon says he won't be reborn, although I don't know how he can be so sure. Doesn't look like there was much of the House of Pride left to save. And I can't imagine they were happy about a mortal doing the saving, either. You've all but ended the war, and you've surely changed its destiny. Every mortal in the Feylands owes you thanks. Sure, there are still Tuatha left here and there, but they've got no leader, and they don't pose half the threat they used to. There are still plenty of Tuatha, but without Gadflow to give them the word of Tiernock, they've gone mad. So the gnarled madman didn't make it out of Alabastra? I can't say I'm choked up over the loss.
Good morning, ma'am. At your service.